Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Monica O'Kane, and I am the Traffic Safety Specialist with the Texas Department of Transportation. And Cody and I, today, what we're going to do is to remind you not to leave kids in hot cars, to look before you lock. And what we're going to do is we're going to demonstrate with a temperature gauge. We're going to place it inside the vehicle for about an hour, as well as some gummy bears and some ice. And then we're going to come back and see what happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a temperature gauge right in the inside of the vehicle, and we're also going to put some ice and some gummy bears. And what we're going to do is we're going to wait about an hour, and we'll come back and see if there's any change, see what happens. Okay, so we just walked back inside after going outside and placing that thermometer in the truck. And inside here, inside the building with the air conditioning, temperature's going down because it is air conditioned, so it's 80.9, and in about a 5-minute difference we're already at 100.7 inside the truck, and as you can see, it's rising every few seconds. Hello, we're back at the truck, and it's been about a little over 20 minutes, and as you can see, the ice is rapidly melting. The glass is over half full with water, and if you look at the gummy bears, they're already starting to warp and look aged at this point. We just came back inside to take a look at the temperature gauges, and now the indoor temperature is reading at 71.4, as you can see, and outside in that vehicle it is almost 138 degrees. So as you can see, it's already maxing out at 140 degrees. Our temperature gauge, that's as high as this gauge reads. So it's only been 30 minutes. So that leads us to assume that even though the temperature gauge maxed out, it's going to continue to get even hotter inside that vehicle. And that's what we want to make sure that we let you know. Do not leave your children in the car at all, not even for a few minutes, because it can be very dangerous for them, as well as leaving a pet in the vehicle. So it's been about half an hour, so now we're back at the truck, and we're going to see what we find inside the vehicle as far as the water and the gummy bears, and keep you posted. We want to remind you that a child's temperature rises 3 to 5 times faster than an adult's body. And because of that, we're going to give you some quick tips to help us remember that our child or our pet is in that back seat. So one thing we can do is we can leave their favorite stuffed animal in the front seat next to us. And that way, before we leave, as we're getting our things, we'll remember by looking at that stuffed animal to remind us to look in the back seat. Another thing that we can do is put our purse in the back seat. So especially as females, we want to make sure that we won't leave anywhere without our purse. And something we all love is our cell phone. So another tip for you is to leave the cell phone in the back seat next to the baby. And that way, as soon as we figure out that our cell phone is missing, we'll come back in and see that child. So once again, TxDOT wants to remind you to look before you lock.